Do not start a business. That's the last thing that you should be doing. Well, it depends on the type of person you are. You're used to watching my videos, you know all I do is promote, all I do is talk about my business. All I do is tell you to start a business, become an entrepreneur, take your own path. The truth is, it's not for everybody. It's absolutely not for everybody. It's for very specific people. The one thing I'm gonna tell you about having a business, about starting a business, about being an entrepreneur, is that everything is on you. If you can't handle the pressure, you can't put in the work day in and day out, if you can't do what you need to do to get to where you want to be, starting a business is not for you. Entrepreneurship is not for you. There's many forms of entrepreneurship. You can start a business, brick and mortar physical business. You can go into real estate. You can go into e-commerce. You can go into trading. You can start a sales-based business, life insurance, window sales, window washing, car detailing, all this shit. What is a similarity between all of these things is that you're selling something to somebody. Except for trading. Trading is a little bit different. But you're selling something to somebody. And in order to do that, you gotta learn a little bit of marketing. In order to do that, you have to start from zero. If you think you're just gonna start a business, start making money instantly, then bro, it definitely is not for you. When you first start a business, it's literally you start from scratch. You start from nothing. You start from absolutely nothing. When I started my business, I had a job. I had a 9-to-5 to supplement me starting out my business, me doing what I'm doing. I started from nothing. My business made nothing. When I first started, first couple months, whatever it is, I didn't make any money. How did I support myself? I worked a fucking job. A lot of you think you're too good to work a job. You're living at home, rent-free, you're getting expenses paid, you're like, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. You tell your parents, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, I'm starting this business. Get the fuck off your ass. You haven't even made $1 yet. You're talking about, I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna have a business. When you haven't even had the discipline to go get a fucking job. Humble yourself. Go put the fucking fries in the bag. And I don't say that to make fun of you. I don't say that to look down on you if you work a regular job. I just say that in general, like, you have to humble yourself. I humbled myself. I worked jobs for years before I actually got into entrepreneurship and had a successful business. This surely did not happen overnight. I fucking put in so much fucking effort. I failed so many times, so many emotions. Fucking sleepless nights. And yeah, you hear the same shit from everybody else. Sleepless nights. That doesn't mean you never fucking sleep. That means there's certain days where you're working so hard, you can't sleep because you got deadlines. You got to get shit done by certain days. And who makes the deadlines? You made the deadlines. Why did I have deadlines? Because I made the deadlines. But if you can't make deadlines for yourself, if you don't have enough discipline to tell yourself, I'm going to get this shit done by this certain day, then you're lacking. Then you can't start a fucking business. Because if you don't have the self-discipline to just simply tell yourself to do this task and you end up not fucking doing it, be realistic with yourself. A important detail that I tell people wanting to go into entrepreneurship is to be realistic with thyself. Look thyself in the fucking mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and evaluate your life. See what you did so far. Evaluate your skill sets. See what you're good at. See what you have experience in. And then decide. Decide what you want to do. Envision yourself. Envision where you want to be in a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Envision that. Is it achievable? Do you have the proper discipline in order to get to those goals? Or are you lying to yourself? Do you have the proper habits? What are your habits looking like? What habits do you need to get rid of? Don't fucking start a business if you're not ready to start a business. If you know that starting a business, entrepreneurship is not for you. I'll tell you some things that will help you identify if entrepreneurship is not for you. If you're bad at time management, if you can't focus on anything, if you can't get anything done, if you have low interest in doing anything, if you don't have any discipline, if you don't go to the gym at all, if you neglect yourself, if you don't put yourself in uncomfortable situations, if you can't find yourself to get out of bad habits, if you don't know how to work hard. I just named a whole bunch of characteristics to where it will minus out the chance of you being an entrepreneur. Now, let me talk about some characteristics that will help you being an entrepreneur. If you can identify these things in yourself, then you might actually be on the right path of entrepreneurship. Being able to discipline yourself, aka telling yourself to do things at certain times, to do things that you don't want to do. You having proper time management, very important. If you have 10 tasks to do, and then you keep pushing these tasks on day in, day out, but you're supposed to get them done in one day, you're slacking. Business is gonna move. Revenue needs to be fucking generated, but it's not gonna be generated if the work is not put in. If you are able to work hard, whether that's you've worked a job before, you know how to work hard, you know how to put in hours, you know how to stay consistent. With that being said, another one, consistency. Being able to stay consistent, especially if nothing is working. Being able to work and stay consistent when you see no results coming from your business. That's very, very important. I worked on my businesses when nothing was going right, and I just wanted to go to bed. I just wanted to sleep, and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to go to work because I didn't see any fucking results. I just wanted to give up, but I kept fucking going. Where that ended up is me at this position. This position I'm in right now, that might be someone else's dream position, but that's not my dream position. I have higher goals, higher ambitions. I have bigger dreams than the one that I've achieved. I achieved the dreams that I had 2 years ago, but now I have new dreams. And with that being said, the way you can identify yourself being an entrepreneur is you not being content. And you may think, like, if you're not content, then how are you satisfied? If you're not content, I thought that was a bad characteristic if you're not content. Well, it's a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing when you're an entrepreneur and you're not content, because then you want to keep achieving the next thing. You make your first $100. Fuck it, I want to make 500. You make 500. I want to make 1,000. You make 1,000. I want to make 5. You make 5. You make 10. You make 20. You make 50. You make 100. And then you keep wanting to keep climbing that ladder, keep going up, keep succeeding, keep elevating yourself, keep elevating your business. That's why it actually might be a good thing that you aren't staying content, that you aren't satisfied with where you are. There's a difference between being unsatisfied and being ungrateful. Ungrateful is completely different. If you're ungrateful, then yes, that is a bad thing. But we use different words. Not being content is different from not being grateful. If you're not grateful, you need to wake yourself the fuck up. Honestly, this is a piece of advice that you wouldn't normally hear from anyone. If you're ungrateful, this is what I want you to do. Save up $2,000. Spend that first $1,000 on a plane ticket overseas. Go overseas, third world country, somewhere like Egypt, for example. Go to Egypt. Enjoy your time there, right? Go to the beach, this, that, and the third. And then go to Cairo City. Go to the capital. See how people are living. See how people are struggling. See how people are working. And then look at yourself, evaluate yourself and say, am I working as hard as I possibly can? Or am I being a fucking bitch? Am I lying to myself every day, telling myself I'm working hard, but realistically, I'm doing the bare minimum? A lot of you have the problem, a lot of us have the problem of thinking we are working so hard by doing the bare minimum. Let's say, for example, you have a 9-to-5 job. You work 9 to 5, you clock out, you do nothing the rest of the day, you feel satisfied. But really, all you did is the bare minimum, which is work. That's the bare minimum. That's what you did, and you feel satisfied with yourself. You feel fulfilled. You feel like you actually achieved something, but you fucking did it. And that's a big problem. That's what I'm talking about. Self-accountability, self-discipline, not being content. If you weren't content after that 9 to 5, you'd be like, what's the next thing? What do I have to do? Okay, I need to work out. I need to lift. After you lift, you'd be like, okay, this business I've been wanting to start, I've made no progress on. I need to do something. I need to learn about something today to take a step forward, to take me and inch me to where I want to go, to my goals, to things I want to achieve. That's not being content. Well, being content is you working that job. After that, you get lazy, do nothing for the rest of your day, wake up, rinse, repeat, do the same shit every single day is what most people do. Most people live their life like that. Most people live their life very content with everything they have and not wanting to achieve higher things. And that's okay. That is completely okay. Because why is there a 99% and why is there a 1%? Because the 1% are achieving everything that they possibly want to achieve. And the 99% are content. But that's a good thing for the 1%ers. That's a good thing for me and you, because if you're watching this and you stayed on this video this long, then you're part of that 1% because you want to achieve things that maybe your family's never achieved, or you want to achieve goals that you think were never possible back in the day. You're part of that 1%. And it's good to have that 99%, because if there wasn't that 99%, then you wouldn't be part of that 1%. Honestly, working a 9 to 5 is a very, not stress-free, but think about it like this. Me, business owner. I'm working on my business 24/7. Maybe I'm not be actively working on it 24/7, but it's on my mind 24/7. It occupies space in my mind. That's the difference. When you work a 9 to 5, you clock in, you do your shift, you do what you need to do. Maybe you get yelled at by a coworker. Who cares, right? And then you clock out. You completely forget, or stop. You may not forget about it, but you completely have no responsibilities after that. After you clock out. That's on whoever replaced you during your shift. They now have your responsibilities. But when you're an entrepreneur, you have, especially if you're a business owner, you have every single responsibility in the business. You're constantly thinking of, what can I do better? I'm not working hard enough. What do I need to do this month? What am I forgetting? What notes do I need to take? When do I need to work? What time frame do I need to block out tomorrow? What do I need to schedule this week? You're always thinking about it, whether it's during working hours, whether it's during a weekend, whether you're on a vacation. You're always thinking about your business. You're always thinking about what you need to get done. And that's why I kind of say, don't be an entrepreneur. Do not start a business, because it's not for you. If it's not for you, that's completely okay. Save yourself that peace of mind. And you can have a peace of mind while you're an entrepreneur. But you'll never be satisfied if you are not content. Like I said, it's a good thing not to be content. I'm never content. I've never been content since I've started this shit. I want to achieve more. There's always goals I want to achieve. I want to be at a point where I financially take care of everyone that I care about around me. But I'm not gonna get there if I plateau, if I stay at my current income. That's not gonna happen. So I need to keep reinvesting. I need to keep getting better. I need to keep hiring out. I need to keep automating so that I can grow my business and make myself a better person. For those of you who don't know, I'm 20 years old. I generate 40 to 50K a month. I have an Airbnb business that generates me this, and it's almost fully automated, which I'm fully automating it at the end of the week. I started this business at 18 years old 2 years ago. And if you told me, if I looked at my 18-year-old self 2 years ago and I said, I would be making this amount of money in 2 years, I'd fucking believe myself, because I was doing exactly what I needed to do. I was furthering my education with mentorships and the things I wanted to invest in the business and avenues that I wanted to learn about, right? But I didn't know what would take me there. I learned about Airbnb. I started, scaled, automated my Airbnb business, and now I'm here. But this income stream is not going to be the same income stream. It's not going to be the same business for every single entrepreneur. Everything is different. You can go into whatever field you want to learn. But something I will recommend to you is you definitely need a mentor. Whether you want to get an Airbnb, you want to get into trading, you want to get into sales, you want to get into entrepreneurship in general, you do need a mentor. I don't say that to try to sell me as your mentor. I do have a lot of mentees, right? You don't have to go into Airbnb. I don't give a fuck if you go into Airbnb or not. But what I'm telling you is the best way, the fastest track to success is to learn from other people's mistakes. And that's the fastest way to do it. You can do your own research. You can go through YouTube videos. You can go through Google and do your own research, etc., ChatGPT, whatever. But you're gonna make your own mistakes. You're gonna try and fail, and waste a lot of time doing that, which is completely fine. Because that's something I did too before I found my mentor. What I'm gonna end off this video on: do not start a fucking business if you don't have discipline, if you don't have consistency, if you don't have that work ethic, and if you don't have that driving, motivating factor. Find your why. Like I said, I have an Airbnb business. Go back on my previous YouTube videos to find out a little more about me, how I act, how I react, how I work in my business, who I hire, who I fire, etc. You learn a lot of free game on this channel. I give a whole lot of fucking free game. And those of you that want it, that were DMing me on Instagram, make sure to DM me, follow me on Instagram, and answer any and all DMs at John Aziz. But those of you who DM me asking for a mentorship and saying my one-on-one course mentorship is too expensive, I just made a 30 slideshow with videos and info and facts, etc. I posted it on my WAP. The link will be in the description. I made it the price of 10 or 15 bucks. That's literally the price of a fucking lunch. That money does nothing for me. It's for you to invest in yourself. If I got a whole bunch of fucking free information, I probably wouldn't want to learn it. But if I'm at least putting some sort of investment into it, I would want to learn it. And that doesn't only include 30 slides, that includes a call with me. So if you want a call with me, literally 10, 15 bucks. Honestly, it's probably not even worth my time. I'm just putting it out there because I'm trying to help everyone and every single fucking person out there to achieve everything that they want to achieve. But this is specifically if you want to learn about rental arbitrage, Airbnb, what I specifically do. That being said, follow me on Instagram, ask me any and all questions in my DMs, like, subscribe, comment anything that you want me to cover, any videos that you want me to record, or even places you want me to visit. If you want me to visit certain places, you want me to do certain things for my Airbnb business, if you want me to talk about specific business. I've been at a bunch of different avenues. I've dropshipped before, I've done Airbnb. I currently am trying to learn how to trade. I'm familiar with investments, I'm familiar with Bitcoin, I'm familiar with crypto, etc. But my specialty is Airbnb. That's what I know the most knowledge on. So if you have any questions regarding that, let me know. If you have any questions regarding anything else, let me know as well. I'm always here to answer any and all of your questions. I'm leaving for Egypt tomorrow, so we're gonna see. We're gonna have a fucking trip. We're gonna enjoy. We're gonna enjoy our life, and I'm hiring a virtual assistant out there. You guys are gonna see the entire process. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. I don't get paid from these YouTube videos. They take away my time. But I do it for you. I do it to better you, and I do it to better this whole fucking generation, because this generation's fucking lost. This generation's cooked. But if you're watching this, you're not cooked. You're on the right path. Just keep fucking working.